What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Andre Gretorp, and you're watching the weekly Top 10. Let's kick things off with number 10, Cats and Alive. Alive is doing a triple command center plus double upgrades when Cats is doing a 2-base timing. But look at this beautiful positioning. Alive will fend this off and take the number 10 spot in this week's Top 10. Alive, and Cats went way too far in there. And as you can see, the Hellions were able to do so much damage against the Zergling and Roach power. Even though Hellions are normally known as not being great responses to Roaches, he's still able to hold that very easily. Good job by Alive.
Yeah, look at that. Alive even dropping mules at the natural. Extremely confident in his ability to hold off.
At number 9, we have Puzzle versus Jinro, and Jinro is looking to do a very old school build with a 1-base pressure onto a fast-expanding Protoss. But watch the micro of Jinro as he earns the number 9 spot in this week's Top 10.
Because Jinro just not able to kill units. Yeah, the single Marauder, as you said, is so important. Concussive Shells helping out a ton. Second Marauder joining in as well.
Man, brilliant micro from Jinro, just controlling everything perfectly. Hasn't lost. I think he's lost a Marine. No, he hasn't lost anything. Every single unit he's kept alive. So turns right back around. He's got 3 Marauders. 3 Marauders kill 3 Stalkers fast. Kev finally.
Jinro ends up losing a unit. All those probes lining up. The Hellions getting some big shots.
Yeah, a couple of huge shots. The bunker's still there. Marine could jump in.
Oh, God.
At number 8, we have MC versus Pulp. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the current metagame is to go upgrade Senchik. Well, MC has 0 upgrades against a 1-1 emerging 2-2. But watch these beautiful decisions. Getting a great force yield and clutch storms earns MC the number 8 spot. And at number 7, we have Select versus Idra. Now, Select was showing great micro last week. He's showing awesome macro this week. Looking to out-macro his opponent, Idra, and take the win. He will earn the number 7 spot. Kicking on over to number 6, we got Vibe versus Huck. And as you can see, a ton of Zerglings are doing so much pressure against the 3rd base. Huck looks to be in a terrible shape as Vibe is overrunning this base. Needs to actually warp in units ASAP, but another round of Zerglings get in here, and they're able to deal with the Zealots very efficiently. Wow, Vibe is in a great position to get an advantage at this mid-game stage.
Yeah, Huck's, he's going to evacuate the base, and Zealots are pretty efficient at dealing with it. And with that, Huck should be able to stabilize.
And after minutes of fighting, Huck was finally able to stabilize, giving him a great economic advantage. You can see the 2 cannons and the Zealots warping in were more than enough to deal with this. And with that, he springs like a slingshot and starts attacking with stalkers and has a ton of units. And coupled with great decision-making, he split up his army and was able to deal with this counter-push very effectively, giving the number 6 spot to Huck.
Should be enough. Look at how many cannons there are.
Roaches are going to come up from the rear in this attack and try to do a little bit. The force shields tried to trap those Roaches in place, but they're just going to burrow and pop out on the other side. Can Vibe actually keep this up? I'm not sure. The 3rd base and the 4th base have been removed. A ton of spine crawlers. He thought this was a super base race, so he put so many spine crawlers down. But no, Huck is going to retain both his 3rd base and his 4th base. Wow.
Yeah, and he just transfers his probes as if it's no big deal, and he's able to snipe 3 important bases. GG.
And we're halfway there with TT1 versus Huangson. The number 5 spot goes to TT1 for Patience. That is the name of the game with 1 base against a pseudo 1 base. Now TT1 needed to do damage as his opponent had the Nexus up already. You can see Huangson is waiting to receive his opponent, and he's doing so with a great concave. Thing is, TT1 is so patient with this, he waits until he has enough units to buffer everything, and then he actually strikes. With great force shield, he was able to section off a lot of the Immortals, making them useless, and then pushed in for the kill. The number 5 spot is going to go to TT1.
Get into the fight here. Now TT1, he might have to scale back on it, but look at that. The force field trapping a lot of the units. The Colossus are free to attack without being inhibited. The Zell is doing a perfect job tanking, and TT1 is going to press forward here in hot pursuit. The Immortals need to escape, and they're running up the ramp here, but there are so many Zealots that need to be taken care of. There it is, GG.
And at number 4, we have Jinro versus Puzzle. These 2 players met up at Antigua Shipyard, and something very peculiar. We're seeing mech against Protoss, something we haven't really seen in quite a long time. Now, the name of the game this time around is timing. Timing is so important against Mech, and Puzzle is going to show it in the next fight. He didn't necessarily have it in the first fight, but catching all the siege tanks out of position and unsieged, he's able to take the number 4 spot with very cost-efficient trades and the game win.
But all those tanks, oh, Puzzle has to get out of there. There's no way you can run into all those tanks. He's going to wipe in. Oh, poor Thor. Oh, Thor survives.
Billy, no! Why are you in a Thor?
This is very smart. Yeah, really. How did you do that? You're supposed to be an SME or a Marine. Junos is going to move in right now with on-siege tanks, but he has so many of them that I guess it's going to be okay.
Few Hellions, the Zealots doing a pretty good job. A few tanks entering siege mode, but Junos seems like he's got enough damage output as
the gateway.
Really played smart, dropping some big storms on top of these Hellions once more.
And at number 3, we got Morrow versus Targa. And Morrow is going to perform the legendary 2-2 timing on his opponent, Targa, of course. Now, Targa's going Zergling, Baneling, Muta, but you're just about to see the power of this 2-2 push. While simultaneously defending against this incoming wave of units, Morrow is able to take out the 4th and clean up everything here, giving the number 3 spot to Morrow.
So many Zerg units.
It's going to be close. I actually think Morrow is going to survive. That was beautiful splitting by Morrow. He will end up losing each and every single siege tank though, but he is putting some serious pressure on this 4th base. Actually took out the 4th base.
Those units in the middle are going to end up falling.
Yeah,
and at number 2, we have TLO versus Gonzi. And TLO is behind in supply, but he's going to get in here with a beautiful engagement surrounding his opponent, Baneling splashing across everything, killing the siege tanks, and earning himself the number 2 spot. So fast, very nicely played by TLO. And to clean everything up for this week in the weekly top 10, we have the number 1 spot going again to Morrow versus Targa. But this time it will go to Targa as he gets in here with a beautiful composition. Now, Morrow looks to be cleaning everything up as he's able to surge forward. But if you see in that units tab, my God, an instant Remax. Zerglings and Ultralisks galore. Shows you the power of the Remax. And not only that, the ability to pull the trigger with a lot of momentum. Targa is going to use this to absolutely crush his opponent and take the number 1 spot in this week's top 10.
Is coming as well, chomping through the siege tanks. Netevac's doing a good job of keeping these Marines alive, but Targa just has too much. I can't believe our opponent Targa playing some beautiful StarCraft. Well, those Banelings are probably not going to do too well.
Yeah, it's going to force his Ultras to take this fight right now. A fight I think the Targa rather does not take. But as soon as all those Banelings are ready, it's not going to be a big problem anymore. We still have those SCVs here as well, but those are going to die.
And the Banelings do finish up, and they are going to come rolling right in. Every one of the Marines melts away. Morrow dipping down below 60 supply. Targa, like a boss.
And that's going to do it. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/NAStarLeague for all the games that you might have missed or those games that you liked in the top 10. But over to you guys in the live broadcast.